think everything's working. Here we go. Shh.
The original Red Pill Show.
Welcome to a brand new episode.
No, it's a recording. This broadcast has been pre-recorded for your listening pleasure.
Batteries to power. Turbines to speed. Ready to move out.
The purpose of our two previous encounters is now very clear to me. I do not intend to be distracted by another. Good night, Mr. Bond.
Do you expect me to talk?
No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
Enjoy them as much as any bloke. But in the spirit of commemoration, whereby those important events of the past, usually associated with someone's death or the end of some awful bloody struggle, are celebrated with a nice holiday, I thought we could mark this November the 5th, a day that is sadly no longer remembered, by taking some time out of our daily lives to sit down and have a little chat. There are, of course, those who do not want us to speak.
Let me think.
I suspect even now orders are being shouted into telephones and men with guns will soon be on their way.
It's Chancellor
Damn it!
Why? Because while the truncheon may be used in lieu of conversation, words will always retain their power. Words offer the means to meaning, and for those who will listen, the enunciation of truth. And the truth is, there is something terribly wrong with this country, isn't there?
You designed it, sir. You wanted it foolproof. You told me every television in London.
Cruelty and injustice, intolerance and oppression. And where once you had the freedom to object, to think and speak as you saw fit, you now have censors and systems of surveillance coercing your conformity and soliciting your submission.
Cameras.
How did this happen? Who's to blame? Well, certainly there are those who are more responsible than others, and they will be held accountable. But again, truth be told, if you're looking for the guilty, you need only look into a mirror.
There is no escape. Don't make me destroy you. Luke, you do not yet realize your importance. You have only begun to discover your power. Join me, and I will complete your training. With our combined strength, we can end this destructive conflict and bring order to the galaxy.
I'll never join you!
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
Do you want to know what it is? The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
What truth?
That we're fucked.
That you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind.
Yes.
We move south to find Navia.
Let Crixus and the other Gauls chase lost hope. Spartacus!
The decision's been made. We must stand as one. Or fall. A lesson hard learned. Shackle will be struck from every slave on our path. We will see our numbers grow. And when they have become legion, we will face Glaber and the hordes of Rome again. and the gods shall weep for their suffering.
Beep, beep.
Don't look too closely, then I'll see right. Defy me once and I'll be out of sight. Don't make me stay and think I'll be nice. I'd rather fight and be the one you despise. Don't look back and cry. I'll be living life. It's the last day of my life. Trying hard to pull me through the fearing that I slip away. Noticing you're left with nothing but a memory. Don't look back and cry. I'll be living life. It's the last day of my life. Don't look back and cry. I'll be living life. It's the last day of my life.
All right, kids, welcome to another exciting episode of the original Red Pill Show. Yeah, there's a hump day. Wednesday, right? Yeah, my Thursday. December 1st. Holy shit. December 1st, 2021. This show is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Please use at your own risk. This show is copyrighted by me and Freedom Revolution Network. No part of it can be reused or rebroadcasted in any way, shape, or form without my written consent, and it's a Ferrari. Finally, this show is opinionated. The host, especially me. Callers 815-290-0918. Guests, people that are naughty in the chat room, are and always will be opinionated under no circumstances whatsoever. Should opinions be taken as advice? Do your own homework. If you are seeking professional advice, we strongly encourage you to hire a licensed if required person in his or her field there, little Tommy Heyman. No, that's his name, broadcasting live from the only safe place in the divided states of America, Florida. I don't even think Texas is safe anymore. I don't think anything's safe anymore. Just my opinion. And we'll get to that in a minute. But for now, welcome to the show. If you've never listened to the original Red Pill Show, formerly the Red Pill Show, all the way back from freedommilesradio.com. Yep. With your host, me, and Negative. That was the owner. It's the owner, but whatever. This goes way, way back. Back to the year 2008 when Bitcoin was just knee high to a grasshopper and about $1 a coin. And it jumped up to about $7 a coin. And you could buy a pizza with it. So one Bitcoin has the value of a pizza. No shit. Okay. Now it's approximately $56,000. There's one expensive pizza. But what do I know? I don't know nothing. Nothing. I know nothing. I do not know what's going on. Comrade, thank you. Okay, so since it's December 1st, I can't believe it. Is your Christmas shopping done? Well, you better get it done because now Omicron, or whatever they're calling it, the new variant, has been leashed out magically on December 1st. Well, I don't know if it was leashed out, but now detected in California, asshole. Oh no, we got to get out now. Get out of here. Get to the chopper. To the Omicron. So speaking of all these states, which really wasn't a lot, but for the month of November, we have the number one is Illinois. Why? Are you spying on me again? Okay, well, I don't really give a shit right now. Oh, I just reached out, speaking of Illinois, to a customer that I've had for almost 2 decades. And they ended up using one of my employees. And that was 4 to 5 years ago. And I reached out to him just to bury the hatchet. And they kindly told me to piss off. So there you go, trying to quote unquote make amends and be the better person and just move on. That's what I was told. We moved on. Yeah, okay. Well, so have I, but I'll always reach out to somebody, or if they reach out to me, my door's always open. But this one, as in my experiences in life, can not be resolved, and it's time to turn it over to God. So here comes Karma, and she has no empathy or sympathy. So there you go. And I can only attest to that is true. Once you let something go and turn it over to God or a higher power, watch out times 10. All I can tell you. Anyway, for the month of November, it's Illinois and it's Oregon. I don't know anybody in Oregon. Alabama, that might be Dwayne, but he's MIA, so I don't know where the fuck he's at. California, you guys are fucked, so you know. Georgia, Arizona, Colorado, Florida, and Nevada. So there you go. That's for the month of November. And then I'm going to go to Spreaker. I'm going to go to Spreaker.com. I think you should start a Podbean there and recruit all of our, what do you call them? Comrades. Yeah, that's what it is. I forgot. Comrades, yes. In the Führer. Hi, Hitler. He speaks to us once a month through Spreaker, but you have to have the password, which is Nuremberg Code 2, and then you can listen to what the Führer has to say, because he's not dead. He's just hiding in South America somewhere. I forgot. Okay. La 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 la. Statistics on. Is this thing an abacus or what the fuck? Come on. Wake up. Load, please. You. So from November 2nd to December 1st, that's good enough, right? So just by country, real quick on Spreaker, we got United States, United Kingdom, France. Isn't that a dressing? France, New Zealand, and Russia. Well, we have the supersonic weapons. You cannot destroy us. We will destroy you. Florida. Number 1 is Florida. Number 2 is Indiana. 3 is California. Again, Washington, North Carolina. That's interesting. Arizona, Louisiana, Tennessee, where my future ex-wife's at, my sister, who's my sister, and Virginia, home of John Carter. Great movie. Highly underrated. Great movie. Loved it. Okay, so that's enough of that crap. So what else is going on? Hello, Kelly. Can I share what you shared with me? I didn't say anything yet. I just got a text from somebody in Texas, and she was getting her ass handed to her in a, let's just say, a really known popular drugstore. And over the PA came something like this. Excuse me, customers, but if you're not wearing a mask, will you please get the hell out of our store? Thank you very much. Something like that. In Texas. Do you want to call in? Do I want to call in to my own show? Yeah, sure. I guess I could talk to myself, and I don't know. I do that anyway. But no, I'd rather have you call in, and then you can share with me because the wonderful, wonderful things he does. Because I was this close. I don't have my camera. This close. Shit. I was this close to moving back to Colorado, but my biggest fear was this mask horseshit, and I don't want to get into it. I heard today that all of these strains are 1/10,000th of a millimeter. And so the fucking mask ain't doing shit anyway, unless quite possibly an N95. But the problem with an N95 is that the respirator is not filtered outward on exhale, so that freaks everybody out. But if everybody's wearing an N95 mask and it does have the right filtration on it down to whatever micron the strains are, then it doesn't fucking matter. But whatever. I don't know. But yeah, you can call in, Kelly, if you want, because my biggest fear, and I was talking to people in Colorado, my former employer, for instance, and I said, do you think they're going to bring back the mask mandates and stuff? Oh, no, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Well, sure as shit, it just did. So by the end of the year, the Treasury might run out of cash. They are out of cash, Pamela. They just keep printing and printing because they can. They're not out of cash. They're going to print until hyperinflation comes, which isn't going to be too far. It says you're not in service. No, I know that. You got to tell me you want to call in. So I will open it up. Hang on a minute. Uno momento. See, I don't need no fucking mask. You stupid gringo. You are racist. What kind of that? That was a hybrid. That was a Mexican Russian. Maybe. Or German, possibly. I don't know. Boom, 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 boom. Come on. La, 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 la. Did you get your Christmas shopping done? Because you got a big fuck present with the big Omicron coming at you. Just in time for the holiday and to fuck up the travel season. Once again. I don't want Google. I want Gmail. Ah, woosah. Take a breather. Breathe. breathe in. Take a deep breath. Think of nothing except how fucked up everything is. And Christmas is going to suck again. Gmail. Okay. Oh. My computer skills are very limited because of U46. So there you go. Boom, 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 boom. Where is Google Voice? I do not see you. I'm hiding in there just like Anne Frank and her family was. But we will catch you and throw you into the concentration camps if you're not vaccinated. Where did that come from? La 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 la. That's gonna get us banned from YouTube. Watch. Strike one. No, you're on strike 3. One more, and you'll be. I'm not going to say because it's not politically correct. You just won't be around anymore. Just put it that way. Voicemail. No. Google Voice. Oh my God. La, 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 la. I need an assistant to helping me with this stuff. Voice, Google Voice. But in my defense, they've changed voice. Okay. Here you go. Click on it. Okay, now before you call, hang on a minute, Kelly, because I want to check the chat room, see if anybody's bitching at me. Hello, Casimiro. It's okay. No, I heard that. Let's check. No, nobody's in Podbean. What the hell's going on with that? Am I banned from that too now? Really? And then Spreaker, really, nobody ever jumps into the chat room. I know it's early. Excuse me. It's early. It's Eastern time. Everybody's probably working still, so whatever. But thank you for joining the show. There's nobody in chat. Okay. All right, Kelly, if you want to call, 815-290-9198. And she has some information, too, about bring up the lakes, too, please. This is eyewitness from a person that lives there. And that's it. So, whatever. Voicemails, I can imagine. I ain't listening to them. All right, 815-290-9198. Kelly, if you want to call in again. I'm waiting. Boom, 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 boom. La, 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 la. Do, 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 do. Only have an hour to do the show. La, 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 la. I'm finishing up my din-din. Nope, doesn't go through. What are you talking about? 815-290. What is it? 9198. Here we go.
Please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
My name's Asshole. It's working for me.
Call from.
My name's Asshole. See, I told you.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, hi.
My name's Kelly,
Kelly,
and I don't know how to use the phone. Okay, bye.
What? I just did it. I don't know what to tell you. I fucking just checked it. So it works. And I'm not touching anything. You better hurry. I don't know what to tell you because I can't sit here waiting all freaking day. I got a job to do here. You know, I just can't fucking sit here doing nothing. Can add the union boss on my ass. Here. There. There you go.
Call from
Kelly.
to accept, press 1.
I don't know when it started doing that, but hello.
Hello.
That's weird. Oh.
It's a pain in the ass.
I know, but it's free and it's the only thing I can get to work. So
You get what you get for free.
Correct.
Remember that.
yes, including a paycheck sometimes.
So what do you want to know?
Well, I would like people to know what you're sharing with me because you're I think we were talking on Snapchat, right?
Yeah. So out here in Colorado, we have not had any rain, substantial rain, all summer long, pretty much. Snowfall up in the mountains. They only have 2 ski resorts open, and that is man-made snow. They don't have any snow up there. Lakes are drying out, and yeah, it's getting bad. And we're in the 70s.
So how high or low is Lake Loveland? Because it should be to the top.
The last time I drove by there, which has been a long time because I don't go over that way anymore.
Yeah.
I didn't go to a special person's house for Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
I haven't seen it, but it was kind of low at that point because they were at one point going to keep Lake Loveland full now all year round for the ice fishers, but they are no longer going to do that. Or if the water goes, they're not going to be able to do that.
And Greeley's going to steal it because they own it.
Well, yeah, they own part of it, yeah.
Do they? I heard they own all of it.
For
I
the
don't know.
farmers.
Oh, is that
For
what
the
it's?
farmers.
Oh, okay. All right.
Mhm.
Well, for people that don't know Colorado and how the pretty much the ecosystem works, is that when it snows, the mountaintops get full of snow. And there hasn't been any snow yet, right, Kelly?
No.
Yeah. So that should be happening already, and it's not. But when it snows through the entire winter, the snow accumulates on the mountaintops. And then when spring, summer comes, it melts, and all the runoff is for water, for irrigation and drinking water and everything else for the state of Colorado and other states for that matter, right?
Yeah, I think some of it goes to, don't quote me, but I believe it goes to Vegas. Some of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think some goes to California.
Right. But those lakes should be filled up by now going into winter so they can draw off of them. And then when snow accumulates, then it accumulates and it starts all over again as the lakes are drawn down, or retention ponds. They call ponds lakes in Colorado. Don't ask me why, but they do. Lake Loveland is nothing. If you can see the other shore, it's not a lake. It's
if you can go around it in less
that
than
too.
10 minutes, it's not a lake.
Correct. Exactly. Lake Michigan, where we're from, pretty much different story. That's a lake. But yeah, that's how it works. But you're telling me that it hasn't snowed yet, and I mean that's concerning because
it's very concerning because usually the mountains only have 4 to 5 months without snow, and then they have snow for the rest of the year. And with the drought being that it is, if we don't get any snow, say from now until March, and we only get the runoff from whatever that is, and then we get a rainy season next spring, we're going to have a big problem on our hands because everything's dry. I mean, we haven't had any rain. Since I moved into my house in July, we had no rain, and we had no rain before that because I had to use a sprinkler system.
Wonderful.
So it's scary. Dave's betting that it's going to be the blizzard this year.
Oh, you're just going to get dumped on?
The big shebang's going to happen. We're going to have a big old blizzard at this time.
It could make up for it all, and then nobody's going anywhere.
Yeah, but the ski slopes are going to be starting to hurt because they're making man-made snow only at 2 of them. By now, people are, like it was on the news, people are saying, well, I used to go up here for Thanksgiving and, there's no snow.
Uh-huh.
So.
Huh.
Yeah, and we're in the 70s. Yesterday, it got up to 78, I think it was. No, the day before yesterday was 78. Yesterday was 65. Today it's 70, I believe. Out. Let me look at the thing. 68. 68 again today. But we get our hottest point here at 3:00, so here soon we'll
Right.
start heating up a little bit.
Yep. Well, a listener of the show and a co-host on the network here says Superior or Mill Lax here in Minnesota. There's been seriously minimal snow here. It's actually close to 50 degrees today in Minneapolis.
Yeah, they said that it's a weird season for us. It's been incredibly warm, and I'm sure it's warm in other states too. Global warming. I mean, it's just what's happening right now.
And now Lee just popped in, and she's from Shithole, Illinois, our hometown state. She lives down south.
They're snowing.
It's snowing, and is it snowing there, Lee?
I saw the news this morning, and they said parts of Illinois are getting snow.
Huh. I can check my phone because I have Chicago on her.
Why doesn't that surprise me, Tim?
No, I know. Why? I know I got a lot of people because I want to know what the hell. Because we're going back for Christmas. It's 46 there. Yeah. Josh and I are flying back for Christmas.
Well, your mom will like that.
Well, it's the only reason why I'm going. So I don't mind sharing this on air, but my dad sent me a text message about a month ago, and my mom said, "Don't send that to your son," and he did anyway, which he later got confronted by my mother and my sister for sending it, and I blocked his fucking ass, and I'm not talking to him until I see him. So it's going to be an interesting trip.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Fun. If it wasn't for my mother, I wouldn't be going back. I'm just the blatant truth.
The chaos in the Parsons family.
No, no, we're a perfectly normal family.
Yes, you are.
Uh-oh.
Totally.
Shh, the boss is in the chat room. We got to watch what we say.
So you wanted to know about the masks too that I told you?
Yeah, and this is a good thing because I want to know about the masks because I almost had it planned to come back there, but I just had a feeling that the shit was going to happen again. And I'll be damned. I didn't want to be right. I did not want to be right. I want to make that clear. And yeah, now you're telling me they're going back with mask mandates, at least in Denver, right?
So it started in Larimer County, Boulder County first, then Larimer, then Weld, and now all of Denver are back into mask mandates.
And Boulder is too, right? Boulder County?
Yeah.
And Boulder City?
That's where Dave works. Yeah.
So
they went first.
That includes Longmont and, of course, Boulder and whatever else is around. Okay. All right.
But apparently the reason why they did it, A, preemptively, and B, so apparently like rural areas of Colorado, meaning like Pueblo and all those other little towns down south, they don't have big hospitals and they're not equipped for people who get COVID. So what's happening is they're shipping them up here. And I got some interesting news from Kevin too. So what happens is they're shipping them up here, and then with them being up here, they're filling up our hospitals. But not only that, places close to the Wyoming-Colorado border, they are shipping people in from there to put into our hospitals. And so it's not necessarily all of Coloradoans that are sick from the COVID virus. It's where they're being shipped in from.
Like Cheyenne?
Well, yeah, kind of like, I don't know exactly which one they didn't say.
All right. Well, it's got to be.
I feel like it's probably like a 50-50 thing. Like 50% of Coloradoans have it and 50% is outside of Colorado. The numbers might be a little less, but nonetheless, our beds are full. So they're jumping on the bandwagon, and now they're saying, well, if you're outdoors, you don't need it. But if you're indoors going into stores, you need to wear your masks and stay 6 feet apart, which, of course, I do that for Dave,
Right.
But, and if anybody doesn't know, my husband only has one kidney, and if anybody wants to chew me out, they can just shove it up their butt.
No, you have a right to protect your husband. Don't.
But with him being high risk, I do everything for him. Stop it, you too. So with that being said, I think that's why they are pulling that on. But Kevin had stopped by and was talking to me, and the hospitals are so overworked and understaffed that they can't keep like nurses and people there for longer than a week, and they're quitting. And the nurses make, I'm not going to tell you what they make, but let's just say me as a medical assistant, I made a hell of a lot more money than they did, probably by almost $10 an hour
Mm-hmm.
in the 20 years that I was in medical assisting, that they're bringing them into the hospitals to start out as a nurse.
Huh.
So he said that they can't just, you'll see them one day and then they're gone.
Wow.
So, I mean, like, they're pretty taking it seriously out here because we don't want to be like on complete lockdown again, which I wouldn't mind it because Dave would be home. But I mean, I don't want the virus to be out here completely. But I'm okay with them being preemptively because I just don't want it to be on lockdown and you can't go nowhere, you can't do anything, and you're stuck in your house.
Okay.
But, you know.
Yeah, that sucked. When I was there, that sucked. I couldn't stand it. So.
Well, it does suck. I mean, but, you know, like, the thing that sucked even more about it when they did it is you couldn't even get into the parks. They shut everything down, the parks, everything. So then you couldn't go out and just go for a walk, you know?
Yeah, right.
And they encourage people just to stay in their house, which is very hard, you know, when you're cooped up for so long that you can't get out to even go to, you know, do anything.
Wonderful. And now we got the new variant just in time for Christmas.
I know. And you know, Dave watches that shit like no other. So.
Yeah, well, it just came out today, like a couple hours ago. And I'm like, I'm not surprised.
Oh, we've heard about it out here for about a week or two now.
Well, I know, but I mean, in the U.S. now, there's a first case in California a few hours ago.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, it's all over. I got a news article I was going to read here from CNBC that there's a press release about it.
Oh, geez.
Yep.
So you know what's going to happen. We're not too off from them, so we'll probably be the next one on lockdown.
You'll be on lockdown, and it'll be
the governor
2020 all over again. Unfortunately.
Yeah, well, you know me, I've got enough food for a couple of months, so.
Yeah, but the people have their minds left, and then businesses cannot take another shutdown. You were telling me they were talking about shutting the restaurants down again there.
They had mentioned that, yes. That's why they went preemptively with the masks. I haven't seen anything. Dave and I went out. Well, we've been out a couple times to eat, and nothing's been said, you know. But the Chop House, which was across the street from the poorhouse, you know that.
Right. Yep.
We had been out like a month or two ago and had a steak, and they are still doing the limited seating.
Wow.
They're not at full capacities. And I can see why they're still open because they're very, very expensive. You can't walk out of there without two people having $100 meal, and it's nothing. It's like one drink and a steak. So it's really expensive. So I can see why, you know, they're still open, but a lot of the other ones on 4th Street, I think, are going to start hurting.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially of any type of, I mean, they don't even have to dictate a lockdown. People just by habit are going to just stay in their house and not go out sociably again because that's what they were trained to do last time around. So I don't even think they have to do that.
Yeah. And I don't know what the grocery stores are like there, but again, you go to Costco and you go to Sam's, and they are all like limit 1 of paper towels, 1 of toilet paper, and 2 of water. And so you can go down some of the aisles in Walmart, and a couple times we went in there, and you know, you're looking for something and it's completely out, and then you talk to somebody and they're like, we just can't get these, you know, ships in, and we can't get these people working. And it's sad. I mean, like, COVID has affected so many families in so many ways, you know, like all those ships are sitting out there in California, and some of these kids are going to have a sad Christmas.
Yeah, that's what's heartbreaking right there.
I mean, I could care less if I get anything. Which,
Yeah,
by the
man.
way, I got a hot tub.
You got a hot tub?
Not a hot tub, but I, because my back, I can't take a bath. So, which is my ultimate favorite, to be able to sit in the bathtub. But we were at Costco and they have one of those like blow up ones
Yep.
for 3 people. And so we're going to throw it down in our unfinished basement until we can get it finished and then put one out back.
So it's like a big dog bowl, like swimming pool for kids type of thing, or does it have jets in it too? Or
Yeah, it has jets in it.
Really?
And it heats. Yeah. And it heats and it has like wine holders and stuff on it.
so if you try having sex with it and you lean over, you're probably gonna
No,
fall over.
no, we're not going to go there. We're not going to put that visual in your head. Move
Too
it
late.
on away.
Too late. Too late. That'll be
No,
Dave.
move it away.
That'll be Dave.
Shut that shit
come
down.
on. Come on, Kelly. Let me give it to you right in the pool.
No, stop. How about we talk about what I told you they were talking about when we started laughing the other day about when you were walking the icy street.
No, many
That was
stories.
some funny shit.
Yeah. Well, that's because they didn't plow the fucking streets. And then they all,
never do.
Yeah, and
The
the side streets, and they all turn into ice. 1 block away from what was that, Lincoln Avenue? What's that main road?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lincoln.
North Lincoln.
Yeah, 1 block away, and they can't plow the fucking streets. And I'm wearing cowboy boots, and you're holding
And
me up
Kelly,
pretty much.
no. Let me set this up. Kelly's got a bad back. My husband's 6'1" and big guy, and Tim's skinnier than shit. He's skinnier than all of us. And we're walking down in the middle of winter to walk him home because the streets are pure dark too. They don't have any lights down the street. And it had snowed, what was it, a couple days beforehand maybe?
Yeah,
And
Yep.
then it gets hot out here and it melts it. And then at night it turns nothing to a sheet of ice. And they don't put salt down here because God forbid if we have salt, it's not environmentally friendly, but we'd rather have deaths on our hands. So
Yeah, and
don't get started
accidents.
with that.
Yeah, whatever. That's a whole different thing. Yeah, go
That's
ahead.
a whole different
Yeah.
story with their mag chloride and their sand and all that shit does not work out here. We have nothing but car accidents left and right. But anywho, so then we're walking. Tim's tipsier than hell.
No.
Because yes, you
Never,
were.
ever.
You were,
No.
You were walking sideways. You were going. We were in the middle of the road, and you
No,
kept going down to the right.
No, that was the ice. That wasn't me.
Okay, yeah, whatever. We'll blame it on the ice per se. And so I'm holding on to Tim, and my husband's in front of me, and all of a sudden Tim starts to go down and almost takes me down with him. The person with the bad back that has a stimulator on her spine, and I'm like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
But it was funny.
It was
nonetheless.
Fun. It was fun.
It was fun.
One of the
We
many
used to do that a lot.
many fun. Yeah, we did walking a mile pretty much from my apartment.
Well, we walked from your apartment to all around downtown Loveland, and then we walked back home to go back to our apartment.
There you go. Scarlett says, "You know me too well." I've known her forever, pretty much.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. Yeah, you.
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
You knew my brother before you knew me.
Well, I know, but I've known. Yeah, but not much shorter than your brother.
Yeah.
Because you were obviously living in the house, so it was hard not to meet you too. So.
I was a little rugrat running down the street.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I know, but those were fun times.
That was fun.
Yep, absolutely.
We actually miss kind of living downtown. Do you remember where Walmart Distribution Center was?
Yeah.
That's the area that we live in.
Okay.
So where County Road 13 and Crossroads meet
Mm-hmm.
is where our subdivision is.
Okay. In Windsor.
You actually, Tim, you went with us into some of the models out here. Remember that one house that had the 6 bedroom? It was a ranch and it had the 6 bedrooms in that total house, and we all thought that was a bunch of shit when they said it.
Yep.
And we went in it.
Yeah, I remember.
This is the complex that we live in.
Oh, wow.
We live in the back of the complex.
Okay.
And now we got word that 2 blocks away they're building $2 million homes. That's it. $2 million homes.
Whoa.
2 blocks away from me. And they're putting a school in, a golf course, a hotel, and a restaurant in here
Wow.
before it's done.
Well, your property value go up to whatever the fuck it is now, so which is crazy to begin with, but good.
Yeah, because then I can get a house made where I want it to be and where I want to live.
On top
And then
of
you
a-
and Josh can come and pack my shit and get in the U-Haul and drive it for me.
Sure, whatever it takes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
When I told you I wanted to move to Florida, you're like, I ain't driving no damn U-Haul.
Yeah, but I live here now, so and I've helped you move every time you've moved, except this last one because I wasn't there. So otherwise, I would have.
I can't move. Dave can't move either.
No.
No, he was told he needs 2 knee replacements.
Uh-oh.
So
Okay.
he wanted to get on the roof of this house hanging lights. I'm like, no,
No, that would not be wise.
Not a 6-foot man. That's one man on top of my roof. So like, if you look at my house, you see above the garage is 3 windows. And then above that, I don't know what you would call it, like roof line. There's another roof line. And I was like, no, that's okay. We'll hire somebody next year to come hang the lights for us.
Yeah. Well, that'd be much safer anyway, because I work off ladders and roofs and shit. And I mean, that's why I never decorated my house, because knowing my luck, I climb thousands of ladders and roofs and I break my neck hanging Christmas lights. So I never did it.
My dad did that. He broke his hip.
Yeah, I believe it. And that was a high house.
He
in Streamwood or no?
No.
Different one?
His duplex with him and Rose. He
Oh,
was hanging.
Yeah.
He was hanging lights, and they were in a. She was in a hurry. They were getting ready to go somewhere. My dad was taking forever, and she told him, "Let's go." And he reached over to hang a light and stretched his arm out and rode the ladder down, and it snapped his leg and hip. So they didn't make it to where they were supposed to go.
Yeah, I've been in that house. That's where he had the TV up to 11. Remember? It was hot, louder than fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When we were in there, and we're like, "What?
What? Can't hear you."
I see your lips moving, but I can't hear you."
No shit.
Believe it or not, when he came and lived with me, he didn't have it that high,
That's weird.
and he could hear it.
Huh. Maybe he's trying to drown Rose out if she talked. I don't know.
Hey, that was my stepmom.
That was a joke. You know that.
I loved her to death.
Yeah,
No, don't be fighting him.
Just
Sorry,
sweet
my
lady.
dog just got out of the cone of shame.
Oh, why? What'd he do? What was wrong?
Well, he had his little nuggets cut down to raisins. He was having too much testosterone, and he was attacking Coco. He's 15 pounds, and she's 5.
What? So he got his ball chopped off? Is that what you're saying? Or no?
Yeah.
Oh,
He got
okay.
little raisins now. A week ago
Ah.
Monday, he had his surgery, and today was the first day he can have his cone off. And she's like, "Ooh, I want to get up in there and see what was going on."
Okay.
But yeah, no, he's doing good.
All right.
You didn't see him when I brought him home, huh? You were gone by then.
Yeah, I don't think so. No.
He was 2 months when I brought him home, and he only weighed like 2 pounds. Or no, he was not 2 months. When do they get to leave their mom? 2 months? 3 months?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
Whenever
know.
he got to leave his mom, he was 2 pounds. He was the runt of the litter.
So listen
I
to
went to
this.
bed.
Have you been listening to the show since I started it, or did you just jump in later?
Today or
Yeah,
ever?
today. No, today.
I just jumped in.
All right, because I did statistics, and the number one state that listens to the show is Illinois. Isn't it?
Oh, all you poor fuckers.
Yeah. It's like, what?
Y'all need to pack up your shit and just go.
That's what I said.
You all will be happy once you leave Illinois. Just leave and go
Yes.
to another state.
Especially our hometown shithole Streamwood in outlying towns. Just get out. Leave.
Y'all can hang out that want to stay there. You all can be miserable with my brother. Rest of you who want a new, fresh life, move anywhere besides there.
Please.
A friend of mine, and I'm not going to disclose a name.
Sure, please do not.
He had said to me that on Facebook it said something to the effect like, would you ever move back to the state that you moved from? And he put, hell no. He moved from Illinois.
Not Illinois. Fuck no. Nope. 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 Nope.
And I started laughing. I was like, yeah, you're right. I would never move back to that shithole. I mean, I get stuff alerts every single day about Southside people killing each other. They're killing kids now down there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be sitting out on my front porch and get a stray bullet. I'm good.
Duck and cover.
Well, you don't even have to be outside, actually. You can be inside.
Right.
A lady on the news today in Chicago, I think it was, killed the person who tried to carjack her.
Well, I don't blame her for that one, but still.
I know, but now you're carrying guns to kill your carjackers? Holy shit.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't.
And I did hear your thing about, making, amends with people.
Oh, you did?
And
okay.
Yeah, I did hear that part. And, through a lot of people that I've talked to, sometimes you just got to close down your circle, and amends will never be said, because those type of people don't want to hear amends. They think they're right, and that's all there is to it.
Yeah, but it's not. It's more about closure for me, and just agreeing to disagree, or at least trying to seek the truth. But nobody wants to do that. So you're right. I agree with you on that.
You never will get closure, though. The closure will never. You'll just have to lock it down in your head and say, I did the best that I could, and leave it alone. Put it in the bubble, throw it out to sea, because it's never going to happen.
But I did get closure, in my opinion, because I reached out to discuss it with somebody, and they shut me down. So that for me is closure. That's definitely, I've done everything I can. It's time for that bridge to be burnt, or whatever you want to call it, but just move on. And that's it. There's nothing else I can do.
Well, it's my son, my oldest son, everything that happened with me, between him and me. And I've talked to him twice now in the last month. And it's been almost 4 years that he told me he didn't want me as his mom. So.
Whoa.
Yeah. So it's been kind of a freaky, thing. Like I told you, Dina, we talked for hours, and now my son, I'm just like, ooh,
yeah, right.
Universe must be tilting.
Something's going on. So I don't know what, but it's nothing positive. That's for sure. I wish it was, but I'm just not going to get dragged on into that dysfunctionality. And I mean, you saw me when I moved to Colorado. I was a freaking mess, and I'm not going to go down that road again. I'm not.
It wasn't a mess. It was a road to hell you were leading yourself down.
Right. Well, whatever you want to say. I was not in a good place. Put it that way.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. And you and Dave helped me with that. And I pretty much spent 2.5 years working on myself, and I had to, and you and Dave were great support for that.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's what we try to do. We try to help everybody.
I really liked writing that list down, people that fucking pissed me off, and then we burned it in your backyard. That was really cool. That was cool. I like that.
Oh, yeah. Dave always does that.
Yeah.
Every year.
Yeah.
Every single year. It's his thing. Get it all out and burn it up and make it gone. And don't think about it again.
Yep. No, but it was good.
Well, you didn't tell me before I go, how was your Thanksgiving? What did you and Josh do?
Josh stayed here because he had plans with a former girlfriend and whatever. So I'm like, okay. So I went to a friend in St. Augustine that I've known since high school. She used to live in Hanover Park, and I spent it with her and her family. So it was really nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Dave and I stayed home for the first time in 28 years.
Wow.
And we, my dad's nurse came and celebrated it with us. She's my friend now.
Oh, that's
since
cool.
my dad's passing. So
that's cool.
It was 3 of us, and it was quaint and quiet and drama free, and you know.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good.
I kind of like that there was no, drama and everything. So I'll leave it at that.
Well, that's a good holiday then.
Coco misses Uncle Tim. Coco wants Uncle Tim to come visit.
I will work on that. I didn't even get paid for Thanksgiving. because I wasn't employed long enough, so that kind of pissed me off. But I don't know about getting time off. But I do want to come visit in Colorado. I miss Colorado, and I miss you, and I miss people there. But
Well, did I tell you what was the little girl's name at the one that didn't look old enough to be a bartender at the poorhouse?
yeah, I forgot her name already. I know who she's gonna get married to her boyfriend.
She's not married yet,
But
but
she was
she has
gonna.
a little baby girl.
Whoa.
She's
Okay.
not at the poorhouse anymore.
Okay.
She's a mommy.
Damn.
Izzy
Yeah.
was the blonde-haired one, right?
Right.
She's still there. We walked in and her mouth just about dropped on the floor. She hasn't seen us since COVID.
Right.
Well, way before COVID, we stopped going.
Mhm.
So we popped in there and she was like, "Oh my God, strangers. I didn't know if you guys were still here." So I posted a picture of us on Facebook. And then Courtney does not work at the Lorette anymore, nor does Nicole. And the other girl, Cassie's still there, but everybody else is gone because he's selling the Lorette.
Yeah, that's what you told me last time. I'm not surprised.
And Courtney is over at across from door 222, is it? 221? 222?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. On 4th Street.
She's it's Loveland Tap or something like that. She's over there.
All right. Huh.
So yeah, everybody's dispersed.
Yeah, they're all
Nobody
scattered.
looks the same.
I bet.
So,
So she had a
when you come
baby without getting married, huh? With the same guy, or do you even know?
She's still engaged. Yeah, she's still engaged.
So she got knocked up and had a baby, and they didn't get married. That's kind of weird.
Well, COVID came. I'm sure she looks like the type that wants to have a really nice, lavish wedding. I'm sure.
Yeah, but you don't play hide the weenie and you're engaged and then don't get married, do you? Or do you? I don't know. Do you?
Hide the weenie happened to me with Cord's dad, and I didn't get married to him.
Yeah, but they plan on getting married. That's what I'm saying. Why don't they just get hitched? Because of COVID?
Well, I'm sure because of COVID, because out
okay.
here you can't
All right.
have more than 100 people at your wedding.
Yeah, thanks, Governor Polis, whatever his name is.
And so that includes your family and guests and the officiant and the caterers. So
It's probably why she got knocked up. You're locked down on COVID. What the fuck else are you going to do?
well, he didn't watch the news apparently because there's a lot of births that happen because of COVID babies. You got nothing better to do to screw. I'm Baby D.
Okay. But yes, my Thanksgiving was wonderful, so thank you. But I enjoyed the past few with you guys. It was great. You guys are, that you're like family to me, and I really appreciate that. So
We will be out in Florida in 2 years. We are renting an Airbnb house that we stayed at with the kids, but it's up in Orlando.
no, that's an hour away. If it's probably by Disney World, it's like an hour. It's not a big deal.
So we'll be out there probably for a week. I'll end up going and seeing my uncle in Winter Haven.
Okay.
But I'll let you know when we come out there. But if any more news comes about, I'll chime into your show. You need to turn that shit on when you say call in and it goes, the subscriber that you're calling is not taking calls.
Yes, dear. I will. I should do that. You're absolutely right. I will. I'll work on it.
What if people want to call in? They're going to be like, well, screw this if I can't get hold of the guy.
That's correct. You're correct. All right. I'll make a note of that. I will do that. So thanks.
All right. Well, tell Josh I said hi. I have to go tend to these two dogs.
All right, Kelly. Thanks for calling in.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. So that's a pretty much lifelong friend of mine, and it's an hour. And I didn't even talk about Omicron or whatever. Maybe I'll do it really quick. I was going to title this episode, We Have 8 Years to Live, which runs into this. All this runs in together. According to Alex Jones in Inforce, we have 8 years to live. 2030, for a lot of reasons. And this is another one. So I'll say this really quick. I'll kind of read it, and that's it. It's from CNBC.com. U.S. confirms nation's first case of Omicron, right? Omicron. There's a movie, according to Mike Adams, the Ranger. What the fuck is his name? The natural, the Health Ranger. Is that it? Mike Adams. There's a movie called Omicron back from 1963. And it's very interesting if you watch that movie. It's what's going on right now. Let's see here. U.S. health officials have confirmed the country's first case of the new heavily mutated coronavirus variant. Is that scary enough? Called Omicron in California. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention said Wednesday, a couple hours ago, actually. White House Chief Medical Advisor Dr. Anthony Fauci said the individual who was fully vaccinated had just returned from traveling in South Africa to the San Francisco area on November 22nd and tested positive on November 29th. The individual is self-quarantining, and all close contacts have been contacted, and all close contacts thus far have negative tests or tested negative. I misread it. He announced at a White House press briefing providing more details of the case. We feel good that this patient not only had mild symptoms, but actually the symptoms appear to be improving. Yeah, because from what I'm hearing, ain't a big fucking deal. But nonetheless, enough to lock you down again and scare the shit out of you. And ruin Christmas and lockdown. I thought when locking down flights or banning flights was racist a year ago. It's interesting. The CDC said genomic sequencing was initially conducted at the University of California, San Francisco, and confirmed by the CDC as the Omicron variant. California Governor Gavin Newsom cautioned residents against panicking. Oh, no. Why should you panic? I mean, fuck. You're just going to get locked down again and wear masks and lose your job, and your business is going to go under, and ruin Christmas and the travel industry again. But why the fuck should you panic? But we should remain vigilant, he said over Twitter. That means get vaccinated. Oh my God. Fuck. This guy was double vaccinated. Hello, McFly. That means get vaccinated, get boosted, wear a mask indoors. Newsom is scheduled a press briefing at 3 p.m. Eastern time on the variant. Newsom and local officials, yes, in San Francisco, said that they did not anticipate imposing a new restriction on residents. I hope not. I got to get butt fucked tonight. It's Wednesday. Sorry. In the light of Omicron, there's more panic than information around this new variant, Newsom said, adding that everyone needs to be more vigilant. But lockdowns are not under consideration. That's a crock of shit. I think we can communicate so we can avoid any shutdowns. Yeah, okay. We can avoid shutting down our schools and businesses. None of us want to see that happen. Except for me, of course. I'll be able to go to Christmas and you can all fuck yourself. Why I have a party at the governor's mansion, you peasants. Since South Africa first reported the variant to the World Health Organization a week ago, it's been found in Canada, UK, Israel, Belgium, Netherlands, Germany. That sounds like all my countries that listen to me. Italy, Hong Kong, and other places. World leaders are on high alert. Yeah, I bet they are. Worried that I got to book my flight before this shit happens so I can fly first class. Worried the virus is already widely seeded across the globe. As the peasants stay at home. No, you shall not celebrate Christmas again. We have another election to ruin with the midterms coming, so this is just the beginning. Stupid Americans. The World Health Organization said on Wednesday that Omicron has been reported in at least 23 countries. Boy, that was fucking fast. Fauci said over the weekend that the variant would inevitably arrive in the U.S. No shit, really? On Sunday, 2 cases were identified in Ontario, Canada. The variant, initially known as B.1.529. The fuck? It's like a God, what's that movie? The Star Wars movie. Flynn. Was that his name? Finn. And he was a stormtrooper for the First Order. I'm B.1.1.529, but you can call me Finn. Was first detected in Botswana, in South Africa's Gauteng, Guateng, that's what I'm going to call it, province, where Johannesburg is located. Moderna CEO Stefan Bancel, warned Monday that Omicron is already, don't panic. No, don't panic. But now this asshole's warning everybody. Warned Monday that Omicron has already spread across the planet. but don't. Listen, the world's on fire, but just don't panic. Okay? Thank you. He pointed to flights that arrived in Amsterdam, well, that figure, from South Africa. Yeah, of course. Where are you going to go and get laid for free, or pay for it at least, and get drugs and do whatever the fuck you want? You can smoke a joint and get a blowjob at the same time, and nobody's going to say shit. So, I mean, Amsterdam don't sound bad to me. On Friday, said in which 61 of 624 passengers tested positive for COVID. What is that? 10%? Damn close. A total of 14 of them are infected with the Omicron strain, Dutch health authorities said. Portuguese health authorities said Monday that 13 members and a staff of a professional soccer team, I wonder if he got the vaccination because they're dropping like flies on the field of heart attacks, in Lisbon were infected with the variant after one of its players returned from a trip to South Africa. We also believe it is already present in most countries, Bancel said. I believe most countries that have direct flights from South Africa in the last 7 to 10 days already have cases in their country that may not be aware of. Yeah, no shit. Really? Wow. These people are just so intelligent, and the insight they have, it's just amazing. The U.S. imposed a travel ban. That's racist. Starting Monday for non-citizens who have traveled in South Africa and 7 other nearby nations in the past 14 days. The UK and the European Union have implemented similar travel restrictions. Well, you're all fucking racist, so you can all go to hell. You just don't like Africans. Senator Brandon said Monday he is directing the Food and Drug Administration and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, is that long enough? To use the fastest process available without cutting any corners to approve potential vaccines that target Omicron and get them on the market. You know what? I'm not a doctor, but I'm not stupid. This is just like another strain of the flu. It's going to mutate. There's going to be variants. It's never, ever, never, I'm sure, ever going to end. How can it not? So if you think you're going to get a vaccination to prevent a strain or address a strain, I want to know how they can come up with the vaccine already when it just came out. Sounds like horseshit to me, but what do I know? Stocks making the biggest moves after hours, but I think it went down 400 points. Whatever. That just popped up. To approve potential vaccines to target Omicron and get them on the market. Of course, so we can make them more bajillion dollars. Why people die. The current COVID vaccines are believed to provide at least some protection. So if I wear a half a condom or poke holes in it, that'll give me some protection. And if I don't wear one, you're going to bust my fucking balls and take my job away and make me sit at home. From the heavily mutated Omicron strain and booster shots strengthen that protection significantly, Senator Brandon said in a speech at the White House, if even where the fuck he was. Omicron was classified as a variant of concern by the World Health Organization on Friday, meaning it's more contagious, but don't panic. Don't panic. Relax. Omicron was classified as a variant of concern by the World Health Organization on Friday, meaning it is more contagious, more virulent, 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 or more skilled at evading public health measures. Oh, because it knows. So it's got AI in it too. To the spike protein that allows the virus to enter the body. The new strain has roughly 50 mutations. God, 50 mutations in total. Okay, again, I'm not a doctor and I graduated from U46, public school system. The new strain has roughly 50 mutations in total. Okay, so wouldn't that just stand to reason that you need 50 fucking shots for each strain? Or are you going to tell me, which is even scarier, that the vaccination, quote unquote, is going to have a bunch of crap in it in one shot for 50 mutations, which is even better? Including 10 alone to the receptor binding domain, the part of the virus that comes in contact with the cells. Officials have warned that many of these mutations could lead to increased antibody resistance and transmissibility, which could limit the effectiveness of COVID vaccinations. Well, you better have some reason because they ain't doing shit. The molecular profile of the kinds of mutations that you see in Omicron would suggest that it might be more transmissible and that it may elude some of the protection of vaccines, Fauci said, but we don't know that now. But don't panic. Everything will be just fine. It's almost done. He said we have to prepare that immune system protection from vaccines. And that's right, actually. That's what he said. That depends on how you listen to that. He said we have to prepare that immune protection from vaccines. No shit. He said it right there. Anyway, and recovery from COVID may be diminished against Omicron, emphasizing the need for boosters. Dr. Angelique Coetzee, 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 that's what I would say, chair of the South African Medical Association, described the symptoms linked to Omicron as extremely mild so far. However, Bansal warned, but don't panic, that the symptoms reported in South Africa may not be a good predictor of the variant's virulence, since less than 5% of the population is over 60. Really? And there are far fewer comorbidities, COMORBIDITIES, than in the US and Europe, where people tend to be older and sicker. Yeah, because they're a bunch of dumb fucking inbred white people. I think totally it's really impossible to know. I don't believe that what's going to happen in the coming week or two in South Africa will be predicting to be full virulence of the virus, Bansal said. Drug makers responded quickly to the new variant. Yeah, what did they do? Open up their cooler and, oh, I have the vaccine right here. Pfizer and BioNTech said they're investigating Omicron and could adapt their vaccine if needed. Johnson & Johnson said it was already testing its vaccine against the variant. Really? Okay. Moderna said it will test 3 booster candidates against Omicron, including a higher dosage of its original COVID booster. So if that first one didn't get you, this one will. The company also said it will develop a booster dose specific to the variant. 2 more paragraphs. For Americans heading into the holidays, oh, that's just coincidence, and don't panic. It's like the same month that COVID came out in 2019, but that's just a coincidence. Don't worry about it. And the midterms are right around the corner, but don't worry about that either. And it's just going to fuck everything up, scare the shit out of you, but don't panic. For Americans heading into the holidays, Fauci said that they should still feel safe celebrating indoors. Okay. And vaccinated family members. Oh my God. You can feel safe with with not wearing a mask. Okay, here you go. In quotations, you can feel safe with not wearing a mask and having a dinner or having a reception, he said. He said this horseshit before. But when you are in a public congregate setting in which you do not know the status of the vaccination of the people involved, it is very prudent to wear a mask. CNBC.com. There you go. All right, whatever, man. Whatever. Oh, that's enough of that shit. Hi, Sandlen. Caught you on live. Oh, thank you. All right, I got to read some comments because I just read a freaking book about Omicron. Merry Christmas. A gift from I don't know, Santa Claus, maybe? Or Resident Evil? Or who knows? Anyway, it's going to be, and I'm going to go here because it's an hour and 15 minutes. I can't get into what I wanted to get into, and I'm not. And that's fine because I never know what's going to happen in the show and who's going to call in and show up, and that's what's great. They keep wanting to vaccinate everybody, and then they will turn on 5G, and we may see zombies. True life is stranger than fiction. No comment other than we at this network brought that up when they were throwing up 5G towers left and right everywhere when they locked us all down. But yeah, absolutely. Would not surprise me somehow, some way. La, 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 la. Oh, yeah, that's right, Lee. You're right. Shh. They don't want you to think or remember. No. You cannot think. What's wrong with you? You're just a dumbass. And we tell you what to do, but don't panic. But it's all around the globe now, and you can have dinner with people that you know are vaccinated and not wear a mask, but not in a public venue, or people you don't know that are vaccinated, so therefore you need to wear a mask, which has just worked so well on top of the vaccinations. Do you get it yet? So anyway, you can verify this on Infowars.com. Alex Jones is saying that 90% of the population is going to be dead in 8 years. So let that sink in. And if you can't connect the dots here, I don't know what to tell you. I was told that when a certain group wants to do something to somebody, they take something, they reverse engineer it, or they flip it. Yeah, they reverse engineer it, and then they flip it to the derivative of 4, which is time. And I truly believe that that's what this is. They took something that was good, depending on your perspective, vaccinations and the technology, and reverse engineered it and flipped it to a purpose of not preventing disease and increasing health, to the opposite, with a time factor of apparently 8 years. Now, if you can't be open-minded enough and just at least look at that, then God help you. Whether that's true or not, Alex Jones says it is. So I'm repeating what he said. But let's just pretend that it is. We have 8 years. And I think, as I talked to Scarlett about this, we're just all going to have to jump in the plane, or the boat's going to leave and leave you all behind. We have to start planning to survive. And that is exactly what I'm going to do. And I will share what I'm going to do to get you to think to do what you're going to do. One thing I'm going to do is get out of debt. I just got rid of my pickup truck. So that's $525 a month in total cost. So that's gone. I'm going to get out of debt as soon as I can and save as much money as I can and buy as much crypto as I can and just make plans to fucking disappear. And that's all I'm going to share at this point. So between the first step of getting out of debt and then trying to create some type of passive income without working, and then finding a destination and like-minded people and prepare for this, because I'm a fighter and I've come way too far and been through too much just to comply. And I'm not saying rebel violently. You're not going to win against these people if you go toe-to-toe with them. If you identify what they're doing and you recognize it and you accept it, you just have to gracefully bow out. I can't even talk. Bow out of the system. And however you do that is your decision. But I would really highly suggest you start finding like-minded people, because you're going to need them. Because a lot of people are going to have some serious health issues, and according to Infowars.com, are just going to drop fucking dead. Simple as that. Oh, yeah, of course. Well, mind, body, and spirit. That's a great point, Bonnie. Be psychologically prepared as well as physically. Yes. Spiritually, get closer to your higher power, God, whatever you got to do. Whoever you resonate with, again, because you're going to have to be self-sustaining, and that takes time. So I would say if it's 8 years, I don't think you have more than 5. You better be where you're going to be, because it's going to take at least a couple years to get all the infrastructure and a community established to fight for your freedoms and liberties, and just get off the grid, basically. Minimum of 2 years. Hell, it might be longer than that. Might take you 5 years. I don't know. I've never done it before. But I think 2 to 5 years. So if it's 5 years, you got 3 years. And I would plan every day with a bug out plan, because that's what I'm going to do. Because now this conveniently, if you can't at least look at this and go, I've seen this movie before with COVID-19. It hit in December. Everybody's stupid. Nobody knows what's going on. President Trump comes out. Fauci comes out. Well, we got to ban travel from China. Oh, you're a fucking racist, on top of all this other crap, and blah, 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 blah. And everything that happened from that to getting rid of Trump to shutting things down and punishing us for supporting a president. And then he got reelected, and the election was allegedly taken over by mail-in ballots because nobody could go to the polls. I saw the results, and President Trump won the electoral votes until magically all these fucking extra votes from nowhere came flying in. So you can believe what you want. I saw it. And so did 6 other people, because we covered it live till 1 or 2 a.m. that night. But you can believe what you want. So it's the same shit again. We got the midterms coming up. We got the holidays coming up. It's going to be the same stuff. And it's the same exact MO and game plan that it was in the beginning. Oh, don't worry about it. Don't panic. Don't do this. Don't do that. And then finger pointing and name calling. And then all us peasants get locked down. And then, well, we can't have contamination of the Omicron, so you can't go to the polls, so you're going to have to mail in your vote. Oh, okay. Gee, I wonder who's going to win. Come on. Really? I'm not saying that's what's happening, but if you don't know what's happened and all that allegedly happened, and you don't think it can happen again, you're just fucking stupid. I mean, you're beyond help. You're beyond help. Just look and think and go, I've seen this movie before. But if they shut us down and lock everything down and make us wear masks that don't work and scare the living shit out of us and get vaccinations that are not vaccinations. And unfortunately, it's going to take a family member to drop that in front of you to finally realize what the fuck's going on. And that's very scary and very morbid. But that's what it's going to take. If you even wake up at all. And then they're going to blame everything on the people that are unvaccinated, when in fact, it's the vaccinated that are getting sick and dropping dead. But they're going to say that's because the unvaccinated didn't get vaccinated, and therefore they're passing the variant on and killing people, which doesn't make any does not make any sense, because you're vaccinated, so you shouldn't get sick, but you are. So wake up, and that's it. So, all right, what's Bonnie say? Yeah, Bonnie, you're right. You're right. You got it. You got to get strong mentally, physically, and you got to have your circle close and small. And that's it. Because it's going to be small. 10% of the population right now. What's that? Is there 8 billion people? What's 10%? Is that 800 million? Or thereabouts? I know my math sucks, but I mean, that's what I'm going to guess. 10% of 8 billion's 800 million? Is that right? It's got to be. Or is it 80 million? I don't even fucking know. I can't do it on a calculator because there's too many zeros. But whatever it is, it's a hell of a lot less than what's now. So just keep an eye on this stuff. But I predict it's going to be more of the same. It's going to be the same MO, COVID 2, just like it's Nuremberg 2.0. Same cast of characters, same horse shit, same agenda, same everything. Regardless if this thing's less violent than COVID-19. Y'all have been programmed to react to this. So you're going to be scared shitless, put your mask on, and stay in your house because that's what you've been indoctrinated or brainwashed to do. So that's what you're going to do again. Regardless if they tell you even not to, it's what you're going to do. You put your hand in a fire and get burned. What do you think is going to happen the second time? You can stick your hand in that fire, and if you do, you're going to pull it right back out, right? Same thing. Your hand is going to be held to the fire, and you're going to pull it back out, i.e., you're going to wear your mask, and you're going to be scared shitless and get locked down. So good luck with that. La, 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 la. They are trying to keep us in fear. Yeah, that's what Yoda says. Fear leads to anger, and anger leads to the dark side. And keep man, my throat's still fucked up from that crystal meth. I didn't even share that story yet. Oh man, I'll share that next time. And no, I didn't smoke it. I'll share it. I mean, I won't share it. I'll share the story. My throat is fucked up, and I didn't even touch the crap. Anyway. They're trying to keep us in fear and keep taking away our free privileges. Well, rights, I would say. I don't know if you got privileges unless you're white, then you have white privileges, which you really do. Did a show on that one, believe it or not. They are using this as a bait to bring us all out into the streets with our guns to put us in jail. It's beyond jail. It's re-education camps, extermination camps, unvaccinated camps, whatever you want to call it. It's not like you're day camping when you went to St. Edward. Was it St. Edward's? In 6th grade? It was the big thing, man. You got to 6th grade, you get to go to, it was something Edwards, and you spent like a weekend or something there. It ain't like a trip. Not one you want to go on. Trust me on that one. You can't think yourself out of a paper sack if you're afraid. Yes. And you make some really stupid fucking decisions when you're afraid or in fear. It's a good point. Sandland, she's awake. She said she's awake. Okay, what else? If you're not planning now about becoming self-sufficient, then you're living with your head in, I'm going to say in your ass, but she said the sand. She's right. All right. Anything else? Anybody want to say anything else? I'm going to end the show. It's an hour and a half. That's enough of my shit. But the next show, hey, what's going on? Bahram you. What's up? Revolutionary bro. Bahram revolutionary, but don't bug out, mean to live off the land. Yeah, well, thanks for liking the show, guys. Bahram what's that from? Charlotte's Web again? What the fuck was that from? Babe. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, what's up, guys? I mistyped that. Merry Christmas. Here's some Omicron. I didn't even spell that right. Along with saying here is some. Not Omicron, dumbass. Omicron. Whatever. Like I said, U46 education. I'm sorry. My apologies. All right. What? What's so funny? What did I say now? Better to make you laugh than piss you off. But I want to make you think. I don't care if you're a Democrat, a Republican, a Libertarian, an atheist, a Christian, a Muslim, a Jew, black, white, purple, pink, Martian, Venetian, fucking whatever you are, Uranus. I don't care. Poor, rich. I don't care. For God's sake, think. Does this make any sense? Yes or no? If all this makes perfect sense, you're just way beyond waking up. But if this, it's like, this doesn't make any sense. You're telling us the same fucking thing and nothing has changed. Except in Florida. For the most part. So that should be a red flag to you. So for God's sake, don't listen to me and agree with what I'm saying. Just think and figure it out on your own, because what they're saying does not make any sense whatsoever. Or does it? If it doesn't, then you're going to join Treasure Cat and the Mad Hatter and have a cup of tea at the tea party, and you're going to discuss it and figure it out. If you don't, well, then you're just going to never see what Alice sees. And you may not want to see what Alice sees because nobody's going to fucking believe it anyway. But that's not the point. The point is survival and finding the truth. But you can't sit here and tell me the same shit and nothing changes. That's a definition of insanity. Doing the same thing with the same results. It's crazy. That, by definition, is insanity. Nothing is changing. And it's going on what? 2 years? 2020, 2021. No, it's going on. See, I could do math. You're going to listen to me and I can't even fucking count. A year, right? Or is it 2 years? When did this shit start? 2019? No, 2 years. This shit's been going on for 2 years. So anyway, yeah, next month there will be another variant called Megatron. Yeah, that's funny. Actually, it probably will be. So that's true too. There will not be anyone alive to take you to the concentration camps. They are all jabbed. I know that. See, that's what's funny about this is the people that think they're all proud and valiant or whatever. And yeah, I got my shot and you didn't, and you're a horrible person. They're gonna die too. So it's only a matter of time. But anyway, do your own homework. I'm going to let you go. Thanks for listening. Hello, Sheila. Just in time to end the show. Perfect timing. Thanks to everybody in the Podbean chat room. Please share the show. Do a podcast. Talk about whatever you want. But you got to wake people up and at least make them think. And that's all I am trying to do. Okay. You're welcome, San Len. My favorite Asian. And what else? Is that it? Is that enough? Say goodbye. Say goodnight, John Boy. It's time to go. Hour and 30 minutes. Thanks for listening to me. The next episode, I am sure, will be called You Have 8 Days to Live. Either exclamation or question mark. Not 8. Did I say 8 days? 8 years. I did say 8 days. 8 years. That's not a long time, man. Look how fast 2021 blew by. It's already December. It's going to be 2022. So you have 8 years, 2030. Do as much reading as you can. Get as spiritual as you can. Be the best human you can be. Keep your circle very small and those people very close. And fuck this horseshit. I'm not complying. So you will have to drag me out and do it. And then you're just going to kill me because that's what you're going to do. So there you go. All right, I'm going to go. That made me giggle. The next topic, what? 8 days, 8 years, whatever. Hey, AOC said it. We have 8 years to live, but maybe she knows something we don't, because that's not global warming. That's a bunch of horse shit. I'm going to melt the planet in 8 years. There's no fucking way. Unless every nuclear power plant melted down or we blew the shit out of each other with thermonuclear missiles. That could happen. But the planet's not going to melt down in 8 years. Something's going on. So, December 11th, asteroid passing close to Earth, so they say. Oh, is that Planet X? Nibiru, maybe? I don't know. Could be. With the Nephilim on it? That's what I heard. Who knows? I don't know, and nothing surprises me if it did. So, and Atlantis is supposed to rise again, too. I mean, there's so much shit. Who knows? But there you go. All can be endless. And the shift is coming, the polar shift. There's all kinds of crap coming. Don't give them ideas. Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, La Palma's still erupting. And they say if that fucker blows, it could cause a tsunami because it's on a fault line and half the island's going to shear off. You know, that's still a possibility. But I said that, and oh, you're crazy. It's like, why am I crazy? There's a fucking documentary on it from like the History Channel. Why am I crazy? I didn't say it. I'm just repeating what people said. But who knows? A lot of weird things can happen. So, but I call bullshit. I call reruns like Gilligan's Island or Bewitched or whatever you want to talk about. And yeah, this is a rerun. I've seen this before, but I ain't laughing. It's all going to be the same shit again. So get ready. Except this time you got big doses of inflation coming because Senator Brandon doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. So the economy is going to be even worse, but I'm not going to be gloom and doom. Just that's enough. But yeah, the next show is going to be you have 8 days. Why do I keep saying that? God, I hope not. 8 years to live. Fuck, we probably got 8 minutes. Just enough to do an ending to a podcast. So there you go. Yeah, just enjoy the little things. That's right. Like your dog and sunsets and sunrises and coffee that costs $4 a cup and whatever else. And this stupid show. So how do you like that? And this network. So thanks for everybody for joining the show. Thanks for the participation. I don't know where Scarlett went. And get ready to get banned off of YouTube again, I'm sure. And that's my fault. But I take some type of pride in that. So they can go to hell. So anyway, thanks for listening to me. Share the show. And I'll be back, I don't know whenever I feel like doing it. So, because I can do that. Because it's my show. And I don't get paid. So there you go. But we will talk about from this point forward surviving. So get close to God again, get healthy, get your mind right, fuck everybody else, and run like hell if somebody comes with a needle. That's all I'm going to tell you. All right. Thanks for listening to me and share the show. You have been listening to the original Red Pill Show.